Hi guys, good morning. So lately I have come across quite a lot of videos that are sent in by people to various like UFO type channels that I'm subscribed to and not subscribed to. People that like to take their cameras out and about, like people do. I do this, and take footage of nature or the sky or whatever, that sort of thing. And increasingly they're picking up, or rather their cameras are picking up weird glitches. If I remember, I'm going to post one of these videos in a drop down box below this video so that you can see what I'm talking about. And this is happening more and more, as well as, sorry, before I go on, the glitch is where literally it is as if the sky or the fabric of this reality is like a ripple. Like a curtain, yeah? Like a curtain that hangs in the window. Let's say it's made of some really thin gossamer type of material, and the wind blows and it ripples. A bit like that. There's other type of weird movements it makes as well. Like it just glitches out and then it comes back again. Other things that are happening, things like the hum. It's called the hum, but actually that's a very uniform name for a phenomenon that varies quite a lot in terms of what it sounds like and where it appears to come from. Sometimes it appears to come from underneath the ground. Sometimes it appears to come from the sky. Sometimes it appears to come from just here. But it's a sound. It's a sound that I've been familiar with for many, many years. And when I was in the middle of nowhere, literally in Morocco, in a desert, I spent some time there, we could hear this type of weird sound. Now, I don't know if that is the hum. I dare say that it isn't. That is not the hum. But there is a weird, continual, high-pitched sound. It's very, very high-pitched, almost like a dog whistle, yeah? That pervades this realm 24/7. Always. And because you've heard it your entire life, you don't realize. And I have noticed it my whole life. I was aware of it as a child, but it was when I was in the middle of nowhere in the desert in Morocco that I heard it starkly. It was like, wow. There are all kinds of high-pitched or low-pitched frequencies, vibrations and sounds and whatnot going on here all the time in this realm. Some of it is common tech, but I feel a lot of... Oh, just a minute, guys. God help me. This... Mommy's trying to do a video. Yeah. He had a bit of a fit yesterday, didn't you, darling? And it was a bit scary. And of course he's very old. He's 21, so... But the reason that I just mentioned these two things is because they are part of a giant heap of things, anomalies, pervading this realm. And I believe this realm has always behaved strangely, but I think that it's behaving a lot more strangely now. Animals are behaving strangely. We're told, well, I know I was in school, that animals don't really have souls and that they don't have consciousness, which is complete nonsense. Animals are now behaving in ways that, you just... It's unprecedented. There was a goose helping a hedgehog across a busy road, stopping traffic. That's incredible. Things like that. Something else that I noticed was that the BBC, this is the British Broadcasting Company, or the British Bullshit or Bollocks Company, has upped the price of its license. Now, in this country, if you want to watch the BBC, you have to pay for it. There's no ads or anything. It's not like in America where you literally bombarded with ads every 2 minutes, which in and of itself is utterly disgusting and evil, because of course all these ads are full of subliminal shit. And I'm not talking about the obvious, but I'm talking about far more sinister shit. But anyway, here you have to pay. Now, I don't watch TV, so but you know, considering the utter filth that they bombard you with, the BBC, I mean, they're well known for being profoundly disgusting and sick, and they you know, they harboured Jimmy Savile. They are basically pure Babylonian satanic, you know, there's no doubt about it. And they've got a giant statue in front of their main building, which basically shows a guy getting a blowjob from a child. Actually, it's really scary. Anyway, but here's the thing. There's a massive upsurge of anti-BBC sentiment in England. A big wave of it. People hate the BBC. You get your sort of older generation and these old NPCs, you know, they're like the old Terminator model. They're literally like the people in beige, you know, had a dream about them. There were two of those elderly NPCs in their beige, in their khaki outfits, you know, their blazers, and, you know, they just looked like your typical 70-year-old NPC, British NPC type of thing. And in my dream I was like, well, why are you here? And they said, oh, we're here for the culling. At the time I thought, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? You know, hold on a minute, guys. I'll see you in a bit, Looms, okay? But I'll get to that in a bit if I don't forget, guys. Sorry, a bit rambly this morning, but I really felt like doing a video, right? And sometimes, yeah, I don't know, that's just me, it's just stream of consciousness. I don't do videos where, you know, every video has a specific topic, like, you know, like most of these types of people on YouTube do. Like today we're going to speak about this, or 6 ways in which you can, I don't know, decalcify your pineal glands, or, you know, whatever. I don't do shit like that, because that just isn't the way I do things, and I tend to find stuff like that very, very fake. Generally, you know, because it's very prescribed and it's very kind of like scripted, and there's something very not right about it. But the BBC has upped its TV license, and they're doing this at a time where anti-BBC sentiment is at an all-time high. Literally, it's bitter, and and this is one thing, but I've noticed many other similar happenings where evil is behaving in such a way as to show itself to be evil at a time where people are beginning more and more to see, you know. Now, I'm not talking about NPCs, so when I say people, always take it that I'm talking about souled beings. And not all souled beings are necessarily soul travelers. I think there is a distinction. I don't know what it is, and I'm not saying that I am better, you're better, or they're less. I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that. I think we've all come here and we've taken on a persona, a part to play. It's like a play in a theatre, you know? And I'm not going to judge at all, because that's not what this is about. But a soul traveller is... the best example I can give is somebody like, say, the Green Wizard, or myself. We know instinctively, for example, how to go within. We know how to do the actual work, which is nothing to do with looking at the external and diving into the conspiracy theories and thinking about, what's going on in this world, and thinking that is what it is to go within, because that isn't going within. Actually, that's actually very dark generator driven. Going within is a whole different thing. And I'm not really going to talk about that right now, because if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say go within now, if you don't know that at all now, then I don't think you're ever going to know. Then you're not meant to do that. And so be it. But it's... I've lost my thread here. Oh, Lordy. Evil is exposing itself. It's like this fucking 63-year-old pervert in that khaki raincoat standing under a bridge, exposing himself, to joggers. That's a bit what evil's doing. It's like that. I've seen popping up pictures, images, footage of animals I know for a fact I have never heard of before and I've never seen before. Ever. Right? I've seen images, photos, pictures and footage of places, natural habitats, that I have never seen or heard of before, and it looks stunning and it's unusual and extremely colourful, like those rainbow mountains and whatever. There's all kinds of shit going on like that. There's strange happenings on the stock market, whereby these large corporate scumbags are not doing very well at all. There's been Holland's government has had to step down due to a scandal to do with child benefits. Now, I find that strange because governments are always up to no good, and Holland, amongst other things, is the hub of child trafficking. I found this out recently as well. It's very bad. Governments are always up to no good, and they don't step down when that's exposed. In England, I mean, there's been expose after expose after expose of evil, nasty shenanigans the government have been up to, but they don't step down. When it was found out that the BBC was harbouring Jimmy Savile, knowing full well what he was up to, they didn't disappear, they didn't step down. No heads rolled whatsoever. So the fact that the Dutch government has stepped down due to a scandal to do with child benefit is anomalous. There's been a regime topple in Myanmar where this woman, Aung Suu Kyi, I can never really say her name properly, has been toppled from power. Now, this was a woman who received the Nobel Peace Prize, so I pretty much deduced from that she was a nasty piece of work. I did remember seeing a film about her some years back, and it was like she was fucking, the Holy Virgin, walking around with wild flowers in her hair, and I'm thinking at the time, that's very inverted, so I bet you she's actually really evil, a bit like Mother Teresa. Human trafficking, So she's been toppled. The Kuwaiti government has toppled. There's shit going on in Saudi Arabia. The Italian government is in flux, and there's shit going on there. And there's more and more people standing up and saying, well, I am opening my business, and go fuck yourself. And there's more and more people saying, and I'm not having the vaccine. At the same time as, so the Matrix tells me, people are dropping like flies everywhere having had the vaccine. A friend of mine's mother is going to have her vaccine today. She's a total NPC, dumber than a bag of hammers. Oh, I'm having my vaccine. I mean, she talks as if she's won the lottery. And I'm here, and I know this sounds really bad, doesn't it? But I'm here thinking, I hope she gets violently sick. I don't want her to die or anything like that, I don't. But it's like, I hope, because, hey, wake the fuck up. She's a BBC watcher. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, things are afoot, people. Things are changing, things are happening, you know? And you get different groups of people now. You get the ones that are always doom and gloom. And these are the people that haven't done any work on themselves whatsoever. They don't want to do any work on themselves because they're full of the hell contagion. And the hell contagion is all that hatred and all that rage and all that conflict-mindedness. It's very, very toxic sludge. You know, they just want to whine and complain. And they go on about, say, for example, the Q movement a lot and try and tell you that it's a disgusting evil psyop. And there is most definitely a very, very large proportion of psyop going on there. I spoke about this myself and I said the Kool-Aid is sloshing through the streets, and it is. However, something is happening and there is a Q connection there. But all the so-called people, these talking heads, these narcissists that are talking about it, saying, oh, this is happening, and get your popcorn and trust the plan and watch the movie, get your popcorn. That is the hijack. Something is going on, but it's far, far, far bigger than merely the mundane state of affairs, as in, oh, well, humanity is living on this ball of earth and, you know, the government isn't very nice to us. Oh no, 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 it's far bigger than that. We're talking quantum. I've spoken about this before. We have no idea of the truth of what this realm is. It's the goldfish in the bowl syndrome, people. Does the goldfish swimming around in a bowl know that the bowl is sat on a shelf in a room of a house, and that this house is on a street surrounded by other houses, and that there's traffic and stoplights and a corner shop, that is part of a city, and that city is part of a country, and so forth and so on. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that goldfish have any concept of that? No. It's the same with us. Do we have any concept of what is actually going on? No, we don't. Why not? Because our infinite magical nature has been spellbound, people. We have been spellbound. Our magical powers they haven't been taken away. They weren't able to do that. But they have squashed us into a tiny, 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 tiny space, and they have done things to us. They have spellbound us so that we think we are this small, broken thing. You know? And this is what the hell contagion is, you see, and that is the dark generator. And I've become so aware of the dark generator these last few months, more and more and more, as I've been clearing out and purging out the hell contagion. I've become more and more cognizant of what is really going on here and how we are kept in thrall to the dark side. The constant negative onslaught. When there's something that you want to do, something amazing and something good that you want to do and set up and engage with, and it immediately comes, that's not going to work out, and you can't really do this, and oh, you're only going to have this problem and that problem, and oh. And of course, and that is the dark generator. It doesn't want you to do this. It really doesn't. It's not. It's the constant stream of anti-force, of sabotage, of pulling the rug beneath your feet and pulling a millstone around your neck, because you can feel it draining all your energy. And that's picked up a pace now, so much more than ever before, you see. So it's the frenzy with which it needs to feed now. I sense the desperation. You see, I pay attention to all the different nuances, you know, I really, really do. And it's been going on for, actually, funny enough, it really picked up a pace in 2012, guys. I always knew there was something about 2012, but I also knew it only just couldn't happen like that. It's a work in progress, isn't it? I also feel that my channel is more and more going into a new direction. Well, not really new, but it's a direction I've been going in for quite a while now. But I'm going to be just really going into that now. And so this really will not be a channel for people that don't want to go within and do the work. People that just want to focus on the external and just want to feed it the hatred and the rage and the vengeance and the victimhood and the passive aggressive self-hatred bullshit. If you want to do that, and if you want to blame everything else, just blame and hate and rage and I'm a victim, then this is definitely not going to be the channel for you, and you really ought to unsubscribe and go somewhere else, because this channel just will not be good for you. It's just not going to give you anything, and you'll probably do that anyway. But on the other hand, if you're willing to go within, to feel your emotions without judging yourself for them, but to not let them run your show, if you want to confront and purge out the hell contagion, if you want to elevate your perception and your awareness more and more into the light of your true self, then this will definitely be the channel for you. So in that case, please subscribe to my channel. I found out that several people were unsubscribed without them knowing. So for some reason YouTube decided to unsubscribe them from my channel, and they had to resubscribe. I pretty much think my channel's shadow banned because the hell contagion doesn't like to be exposed, and I talk about the hell contagion because I know what's going on. So it doesn't like that. So please guys, if you like my channel and you resonate, then please subscribe. Frankly, I think it's the least you can do. You know, I'm here sharing with you my journey. Often enough, and I myself feel really pretty shitty, but I do it because it feels right and it feels meaningful and it feels good. So I provide a service. So show me your appreciation by, by subscribing and maybe giving me a thumbs up or leave a cool comment, So this realm is changing, and I had a conversation with, a fellow soul traveler about this and about what we are here to do as in soul travelers. I'm not talking about anybody else or anything else. I'm talking purely about soul travelers, and you will know when you're a soul traveler because you are different and you are special. Even amongst the difference, you are different, and you know how to go within, and you are beginning to really understand what evil is, how it operates, and you're also beginning to understand how to defeat evil. You're beginning to understand that fighting evil never works. Now, I was watching Game of Thrones. I've been watching the whole series of Game of Thrones, and I was on season 8 yesterday and episode 3, and it's the battle against the dead. The army of zombies led by that icy guy, that weird icy guy. And, they can never win it, of course, because every time one of the good guys is killed by one of the bad guys, the zombies, he turns into a zombie too, and so adds to the army of darkness. And that is what it's like to fight evil. If you fight the hell contagion, which is what evil is, the system, the NPCs, all the how life is made really, really difficult, how we're tortured and cajoled and abused and violated in every imaginable way, right? All that trauma is what makes you full of the hell contagion, and the dark generator at you all day telling you how worthless you are and how shit you are and how powerless you are. All of that. This is what's done, especially to soul travelers, right? So we're going through the clear out. This is the cleansing. This has been going on for years anyway. It's not a new thing, but it's upped the ante. But here's the thing, guys. Only love can do it. There's absolutely no point in fighting the hell contagion with the hell contagion, because it actually feeds it. It feeds right into it, and before you know it, oh, the darkness, the putridness of it all, and you're in it, and that's it, and you're fucked. And it takes anything and everything, to climb out of it again. But it's when you choose love, and when you choose, and disentanglement. And I've been able to do that more and more. Now, I was aware of that even a year ago, but it was very, very difficult for me. And I kept going back to the negativity. I kept going back to the fear and the hate and the vengeance and the passive-aggressive victimhood and the self-hate and the self-sabotage. And I kept allowing the dark generator to define me and my reality and the realm for me, believing it, because that is what your trauma self does. It is enthralled to the dark generator. It's sat there going, oh yeah, I know, oh it's true, yes it is, you know. But the more of the hell contagion we purge out, the more we get what's really going on, and the more we're able to make choices that move away from all of that. And it's incredible, because the more we do that, the more we see that we are light. We are light. And the more we see that in this realm, that evil just can't help itself. It's exposing itself left, right and center. I mean, it's madness, and it's so obvious now that the weird ass propaganda of it all is so obvious. Yeah, the NPCs aren't going to get it. They're probably all going to allow themselves to get vaccinated, and hey, you know, I mean, but souled people, souled beings, different soul tribes perhaps are waking up, or are awake, or anywhere in between, and everything is shifting, people. It's shifting. Shit is going on, and it's not negative. It's a powerful, good thing, upwards and onwards, like a tidal wave of light, of power. So forgiveness, you know, disentanglement. This is not about tolerance. This is not about acceptance of evil or anything. No. It's where you realize something very, very pivotal and profound. You don't have to sit around focusing on evil all the time and lamenting its existence and its deeds, and post meme after meme on your Facebook feed about what evil is doing and how bad it is, thinking that somehow you're doing the work of the light, because you're not. You see, you're doing the opposite. No, you don't mean to do the opposite. You simply don't know that this is the dark generator. Oh, it's bad. Everything is bad. And look, they're doing this and they're doing that, and they're going to vaccinate us all. Oh, and the vaccination passports, and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. All of a sudden, you find that you can let it all go in favor of your true self, that calm and that peace that says, you know what, fuck that shit. It's not going to happen. We are the true soul travelers. We came here to do something. I call that the light reset. It's not a case of simply, well, it's really shit here, so I just want to leave now, and I'm just going to wait around for some external savior to come and take me away from it all, because obviously that isn't it. We're here to have gone into the delusion of being powerless, and to come out of that into the truth of who and what we really are, our true self, and of our true power, of having lost everything to regain it all back again and use it to achieve something incredible. This realm, for some people, for some souls, it will be something else, right? There's all these different people in the airport lounge, and there's all these different boarding gates. But for soul travelers, it's boarding gate number 1. it's a case of we're going to reset this entire thing, because we are creator beings. So we're going to manifest, we're going to create, we're going to reset. And it comes from within us. You see? But I've said it before and I'll say it again, guys. You cannot create heaven with the consciousness of hell. And so that is why we've been going through what we've been going through. And it's been unspeakably difficult and unspeakably terrifying and unspeakably painful. And I'm not saying we're there yet. I ain't saying that either. But it's looking promising and it's feeling promising. It was always the hell contagion and the dark generator that pinned us to the fucking wheel. And the hell contagion will never ever ever dissolve the hell contagion. Have you ever noticed how in this world, right, it's always about good versus evil, and good is always getting its swords out and fighting evil. And there's revolution after revolution after revolution of, oh, let's fight evil. Well, we've all seen how that goes. So it's time for a complete and utter change in modus operandi here. Love, forgiveness. It's where you turn around and you walk away from these NPCs and from their shit. And when there's shit going on in your life that is difficult and painful and threatening, there is this choice that you can have, that you can work on within yourself. It won't be like that. It won't be quick and it won't be easy, but it's something you can choose and set your intention for. I'm going to trust that this is going to work out. How would I like it to work out, and how would it feel for that to work out in a good, positive way that serves me and the light? Imagine that. Imagine how that feels, and know that your true self has got your back, and that somehow, one way or another, that everything that is happening in your life is in service to the light, to the Great Mother and your true self. That when shit happens, it's a key that will unlock more layers of your hell contagion to be cleared out, so that you can be freer, so that your consciousness can be freed up and you can get it more, and you're able to tune into your true self, become more and more your true self. And as within, so without. So the external plane is changing as well, people, as a direct result. I really do believe this. So we do not have to continue to focus on all the negative shit and feed it, and allow it to feed onto us. We are not a food source. We are powerful warriors of the light. We are soul travelers. Sovereignty is something you take back when you've been in this realm. That requires you to make a choice. Stop doing what the dark generator taught you to do, to focus on the negative perennially. Well, because that's just how it is. It's bad and it's negative, and you know, that's how it is. And I'm just going to keep posting that, and I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to do videos about it, and I talk to everybody about it, and I'm going to try and red pill everybody and tell them how bad it is, and that they need to wake up to how bad it is. Because you know that that's bullshit, and you know that doesn't work. There was a time for that, though, that played its part. And for some soul beings out there, that may still be the case. But for you, that time has come and gone. For you, it's time to take back your power and to start using it. And that's scary. That is going into the unknown. That's like the Fool in the tarot card, you know? There's this guy with his little dog, and you think, oh, he's about to jump off a cliff. You have to jump off that cliff. I have to jump off that cliff. Not just once, but many times over, guys. That's how it works. That's why a lot of us are in hermit mode at the moment. We're preparing, you see, for something. The light reset. The power lies within us. And so, excuse me, I wanted to, because this came to me yesterday, you know, and it was somebody who had left a comment below a video that was actually really shit. But for some reason, something said to me, click on that video on YouTube, and I clicked on it, and I said, look into the comments. So I looked into the comments, and it came here. It was there, and it said, if you see or feel darkness, i.e. the dark generator, the hell contagion within you, all the insanity and the programming and the trauma, darkness. If you see or feel darkness, the light within you, hold on, can't see, gives you the power to expel it and neutralize it. Right, so let me read this to you again. If you see or feel darkness, whether that's within you or around you, the light within you gives you the power to expel it and neutralize it. That is what we came here to do. That is our destiny and our purpose, soul travelers. And we do this with love. We do this with forgiveness. Forgiveness is letting go. Forgiveness is about, I know this is where I'm at, so I'm going to accept that that's just how it is for now, because I know that I have the power of love within me, and that I can disentangle myself from this entire thing called reality, which isn't real, which is a creation of consciousness. I can recreate something far better than this. So that is what I'm going to do now. So I might still be in and out a little bit, drift back into the darkness because I'm so used to dwelling there, but I'll come back to the light and I will get the hang of this more and more and more, because things are changing and my sacred work is beginning slowly but surely to pay off, and I'm gonna continue to trust and to love myself. And every time I'm triggered and I feel that hell contagion, I feel that hate and that rage, I can choose to let it go. I do not need to, perpetuate it, seed it back out into the world, seed it back into my own soul. I do not have to stay in thrall to that. I do not have to remain spellbound. This entire thing called mundane reality is an illusion, people. We are magical beings, and we will see, when we truly do the work, we will see more and more, by the fruits of our labor. All my love to you.